everybody, this is T with Kate's Crafted Closet, and we are back with another challenge for Create at Home with G. Is the monthly color challenge that we do. There's several of us that participated, and I will link everybody's YouTube channels in the description box below, so make sure you go check out everybody's project so you can get inspiration. So our colors for this month were pink, yellow, and green. So I went ahead and first die cut using these Crafter's Companion double-sided dies. This is a pansy die. So basically this is on both sides of the die there is two different things, and you just basically put your cardstock on both sides and you run it through your die cutting machine. So this one was the leaves, so you end up getting 4 different cuts from them. You get 2 different leaves and 2 different veins for the leaves. So I just went ahead and used 2 different colored cardstocks. You can use inks to color them after they're die cut, completely 100% up to you. And this is the another section. So you get 2 on both sides, and I just cut those out of some pink and yellow. And then this is the base of the flower. So this is just 2 shades of pink. So you get a light and a darker shade of pink. And I already went ahead and assembled the flowers ahead of time and went ahead and put a sparkly gem on the center. So this is what it looks like assembled. So I have 2 of them here, and then also I have 2 sets of the leaves right here. All right, so that's how they kind of look when they're all put together, and you just kind of got to line them up. You'll see that right here it lines up with that little indentation right there, and the leaves are the easiest ones to put ahead and indent. So let's go ahead and continue on with our card. This is the die that I went ahead and used from Spellbinders. This is called an A2 matting bases set A. So I used a larger one and die cut out the background. So my panel. So this is some pink cardstock as my base, and then I put a layer of yellow on top of that. So, and then I went ahead after that. Here is my sentiment, which was used with this My Favorite Thing stamp set. So I picked a heartfelt thanks at the bottom, and that's a retired stamp set, and I cut it out onto some black cardstock and heat embossed it with some pink glitter embossing powder from Hero Art. So that's going to one I'm going at the bottom. Like, I'm going to put everything on here and place it. I did go ahead and put some of the double-sided foam squares on here. So we're just going to kind of figure out how we want to place these on here. So we're just kind of play around with them. It's like, just make sure I want to get them to fit onto the card base. And like I said, I put double-sided on it, so the leaves I can just slide underneath there, and I don't have to lift them up and get them going everywhere. So I think that's kind of how I want my flowers to go. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put those down like that. I think we should be okay. I just won't press super hard onto the flowers. If I have to lift them up, I most certainly can do that, but I don't think we will have to do that. So I'm going to let them overlap a little bit. And here we're going to come in with some glue. And first I'm going to decide where I want to put my what you call these things, leaves, right? So I think I want to put a big one here in the center, and I want to go with a small one at the top. Then we'll go with the large one over here, and then another small one down here. And it's like I say, if we have to trim it off, we can. But I think that's kind of, I think that'll work. So move that leaf over just a little bit to cover up a little bit more side of the paper. All right, let's kind of go with that. And so we're just going to go ahead and with some liquid glue. You can use any kind of liquid glue that you have, or you can foam square them up, depending if you want to have it more dimension. So I'm super okay with, you know, some adhesive like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this one at the top up here, and we have this one. So I like placing stuff like that, so if I don't like where it's at, I can go ahead and move it and not have to start all over. All right, so we got that one, then we have the final one. All right, so this was a really simple, easy card to put together. It's like I really had no issues with that. Like putting the die together, it's super cool. Like you can add more bling to it. I just like that. So here we have our heartfelt thanks that we're going to go put down here. And like I said, I put some double-sided foam squares on that, and I'll just go ahead and peel off the backings. And we're going to go ahead and put that down on here. And if you have a T-square ruler, it would it will help you get your sentiment on there straight. So here we go. That is our card for this month's challenge. So make sure you head on over to G's group, Create Home with G and Elf Creations. Like I said, I'll also put a link to that group, and you can enter in for a challenge throughout the month. You can post as many projects as you want, some cards, and you can be into a drawing to win 5 products from one of the 4 people who are doing the challenge on YouTube here. So I want to thank you all for joining me, and you all have a crafty day.